So hey guys, what's going on? It's a beautiful day here in southern Indiana. Me and my buddy Keith are out here driving in a 2018 Yenko 1000 horsepower, 875 foot-pound of torque. It is a stick. It is extremely fun to drive. If you don't know how to drive a stick, I highly recommend you learn how to drive a stick. What do you think so far, Keith? Just a few minutes we've been out. How does the car make you feel in general? Is it comfortable, uncomfortable?
Very comfortable ride. Very scary at the same time. The car is very powerful, but it handles very well. And I'm honestly amazed so far by the car.
Can be a little loud and sometimes a little hard to hear yourself think when you're driving, because the 6.7 liter in this thing is it is a pure monster, for lack of a better word. We have 3 cameras rolling today. I've got a head mount 4K GoPro. Keys has the actual 4K camera, and then on top of the car, on the back of the car, we also have a Insta360 capturing us rolling around. So you're gonna get to see bits and pieces of all those. A lot of people want to see these cars driven in the snow, it seems like, or hey, if it's nasty, take it out. Only really want to take your cars out on nice days where there's not stuff on the road. You can see these roads are clear. They're very nice. Yeah, there's some water off to the side, but there's no salt, no debris, things like that. And those are the type of things that'll ruin your car if you decide to go off and drive it when there's ice melt / ice or anything else on the road. So this has been a beautiful day. Last Thursday was also another day that was great for driving. Didn't get to do much, but so we're cruising to a couple spots that I know where we can give it a little, maybe just a little push, give you a little, put a little smile on your face, but that was nothing. That's in basically 3rd gear rolling down the road. About a week ago, I had a problem with this, with the Yenko. It was having some issues shifting into 2nd. The clutch wasn't burnt, the timing was synced, everything was fine there. They did a little tweaking on the clutch, and now it shifts into into 2nd perfectly, which is what you want. If you're going to drive, I consider this a more supercar. If you're going to drive it, it better drive right, or you just ain't getting your money's worth, right? So again, as we kind of cruise around here, we'll be looking for a couple places to get on it, maybe give it a little push. We certainly don't want to run into any John Q. Law like that just passed us. They had their eyes on me as I was cruising by them, and rightfully so. This car makes so much noise as you're cruising, you know. It turns the heads, that's for sure. One thing I will say with the 1000 horsepower inside of this machine is, even with the tires, the Toyos I got on back, it's still hard to keep it pressed to the ground. So lesson of the day is, number 1, always drive your car safely. Don't be stupid. Drive it intelligently. If you're going to give it a little push, make sure you got a nice flat road. There's not a lot of gravel on the road, things like that, because you could lose your car at that point. You just do not want to do that. It's not a good idea. Another Camaro, honk honk, buddy. Have a nice day. So be careful with your rides. They are powerful pieces of machinery, and even if you know your ride very well, that doesn't mean much when the roads are terrible, right? You can know your car to the ends of the earth, but if the roads are real bad, you're gonna have a real problem driving it. So just make sure you're safe when you're driving around your car. Now, this particular Yenko is 2 of 25. In 2018, they made 25 of these. This is number 2. It's a white one with a black stripe down the middle. The first one, I believe, was a blue colored Yenko, which was also pretty. So Yenko in general, basically get a ZL1 from Chevy. Chevy sends it off to Yenko, which is called Specialty Engineering Performance, I believe is their name now. And then they just beef this thing all to hell. So you get back a real monster. So we're gonna go out here a little bit further. We're gonna put the pedal to the metal a little bit, maybe even give you a little bit of a burnout. We'll see. We'll see what we can do today. I'm not trying to attract too much attention. At the same time, we're gonna have a little fun on this gorgeous day, which it is. Don't you think it's a nice day out today, bro?
Absolutely beautiful day, perfect day to take the car out and just be able to enjoy the nice weather and be able to enjoy the great ride.
Yeah, be able to enjoy it. And it's a little loud in here, so we apologize. You gotta, you know, we have to lift our voices up a little bit just because the sound of the engine I'm not gonna smash through, for sure. Now up here's a pretty good little road normally. I normally try and get out here a little bit further to the right because in this area over here I've seen some people just waiting for you to do stupid stuff, and that's not my type of thing. I won't be looking at that, so won't be trying to get in any trouble today, but we'll see. I don't see much down that way. I do see a car coming, so we'll probably let this guy pass just a moment. You know what, we'll go down and go to the other one. It's okay. And that also looks like a John Q officer behind us, so we'll just take it chill. And that's the thing, man, just getting in your car, going for a cruise. It's always so much fun to get out there on the road, just you and your car, you and a buddy in your car, and just playing a little bit. You don't have to do anything crazy. Just driving on a beautiful day is always so much fun. Now, this type of car is not meant for heavy turns, drifting, you know, big curves, things like that. This car is designed for straight line shots, hole shots. That's what this is really made for. And it makes it that much funner when you have a stick that you can control and play with versus an automatic where you're just really, you know, you're really just punching the car and going and holding on to the steering wheel for dear life. So we'll see if we can't make a turn down this road here and get on about our way, which we will. We got some nice country folk. Look like they built a nice little church over here. We don't want to disturb them too much, but we're gonna have to here in just about 2 seconds. So I'm gonna drop this down in a second, let it slow us down. I'm gonna drop it down into first, let it slow us down. I'm gonna give us a little rev. And we're gonna take off like a bat out of hell. Now, getting traction, as you've seen, the car started floating a little bit sideways. That's what happens when you got too much power and you're on somewhat of a gravel road. I'd say this is I call it not good asphalt. Not good asphalt. I'm sure if we go back and look at that, probably, oh, and even the 360 fell down. It was so strong. So we're gonna have to pull over and fix that 360 here in just a second. It fell down on the back of the car, which is just something we're gonna have to fix.
And guys, the thing about this car, like the sound, being inside of it is just absolutely amazing. What do you think about that, John? Oh
yeah, it's an amazing feel. That's 100%. It gives you a good feel. Let's go take a quick look at what happened to the Insta360. Come on with me. What happened to the Insta360 when we smashed? So as tough as that is, it fell all the way backwards. And that's latched on there is just about as tight as can be. I'll try and ratchet it down a little bit more, but that thing straight fell over. It said, nope, I can't deal with it. So the one thing I can think to do is turn it maybe a little bit. Try and turn it here. Get a little bit different of an angle. Tighten it down nice and tight. And we're hopefully back in business. So yeah, if you haven't got an exterior shot of the car, he's getting one with the camera. I'll give it a quick walk around. This is what you're looking at. This is a monster, and it is what it is, baby. This thing is so much fun out on a nice day. The roads are good. You just can't do much better than a Yenko Camaro, man. End of the story. If you ever get your chance to ride in one, make sure you do ride in one. Is this your first time in the Yanks?
Yeah, this is my first time.
First time in the Yanks? A little bit different of a feel, isn't it?
Very big difference.
Yeah, much fun, much fun. All right, well, we're gonna get in this. We're gonna do one more little cruise around the area here, and then we're gonna call it and head on back. Does that sound good, bro?
All right.
All right, let's do it. Get out of here. It's actually got a decent little backup camera. I mean, it's not the best in the world, but you know, works pretty good for what it is. And we got a on, so we'll jam out of here.
So what's one of your favorite things about this car, John?
There's a couple of them, but I'd say my favorite thing, I'm going to put performance aside. It certainly performs extremely well, but one of my absolute favorite things is the sound of this car. The sound of this car is unlike any other, man. It's just it's a monster on four wheels. It sounds like a monster. It drives like a monster, and it's got the power to back it up. I mean, even as we sit here just kind of cruising in first gear like we are now, it's almost hard to hear yourself think because it's that loud, which I don't know who doesn't like a loud muscle car. I certainly do. I know you do.
Exactly. I love it.
Rest of the viewers, if you don't, you need to get your ears changed. You need to get the earwax out your ear. So now here's another little decent one. We can try and give a little push. I see nothing here, so we'll be safe. You always got to watch for animals too. That's another one. So as we slow it down, we'll give it a little gas. Woo! You see how quickly that wanted to go sideways?
Very quick.
That's because them tires are cold too, and that was a little bit of a lump. So we'll get over this hill here, see what we got. Hopefully nobody's floating up over this. And all that water sitting there. You really, when you got a very powerful car, you really got to be on a good road. You can't just go on some crappy roads. This isn't that great of a road. Really like a nice fresh paved road to be able to get on it with. So we're gonna jump on this, take a right, and we'll see. Actually, this road straight ahead looks a lot better, so we're gonna go straight ahead. Actually, you know what? This road over here doesn't look too bad either. So we'll go down this way. We'll see what we can do. That was 0 to 80 in about, oh, I don't know. Felt like a second and a half. Could have been 2 seconds.
Guys, for as much power as this car has, it definitely handles really well.
The handling on it is extremely well. Always make sure you air up your tires.
Exactly.
That thing is just so loud.
So yeah, one of my favorite things about this car is definitely the sound. I mean, you know, it has a supercharger in it. You can hear it from the front a little bit, but you get so much more of the exhaust, which I love that personally. There's not too many things that you can say that you dislike about this car, because I mean, what is there not to like about it?
Does it ring your ears?
Yes.
Your ears ring a little bit?
Yes,
yeah,
it does.
mine are too. And that's not even full, because to do full on a lumpy, bumpy road like this would mean you would see telephone poles, and we ain't gonna see no telephone poles today. But going forward, you know, instead of coming out here in the countryside, out here I got a different road over there that's fresh paved. It's just a little bit more, how do you say, copy?
Yeah, exactly.
But that's the place we'll go from now on to do this. So hey guys, we're gonna get this back to the house.